guys, welcome back to the channel.
This video is coming late. It's my album review reaction to 11th Dimension by Ski Master Slump God. I already listened to it late. It came out June 7th. I don't think I listened to it for like a week or two because I really enjoy Ski's music. I love his style of artistry. I love the switches in his flows that he makes. I love his metaphors. I love his comparisons and his callbacks to childhood shows that I grew up on, or even current animes that I'm watching, or just current things and cultural aspects that I'm aware of and have been involved with. His album Stokely was the first album that I was consuming consistently, or one of the first, on repeat and listening to as a complete work, since I haven't been purchasing and listening to CDs as much, as we have since moved into a more digital age. I think he is an artist. I think he takes his work very seriously when he wants to. He can also just enjoy it and have a lot of fun with it, which I love as an audience member and supporter. So I'm excited when I see his works. But I was late to this. I feel like the only time I did this was GOT7 with their last album under JYP, and then album after leaving JYP when they came back together. And I would probably do it again when they drop their next album, because they didn't. I review everything by lyrics, production, and vibe. I rate from 1 to 10. My biases obviously influence all of these reviews because a review is subjective regardless of the fact. These numbers really don't mean anything. I'm also someone who, when I listen to music, the more I listen to it, I tend to like it. It's hard for me to dislike a song, but when I sit and try and do these reviews, I try and think like critically and realistically, and I just say the first number that came into my mind. All that being said, I think I should probably start on the actual review.
Wake up, fuck up, make up. Shit won't shit, just want Jacob.
That was Dragon Tooth. I rated the lyrics a 10 due to the sensational lyricist. For production, I put a 9. It feels like The Matrix or some space video game on like the GameCube or something. And he even says like something about like, you don't play shit, Sega.
Play with him, okay, then Sega.
I got the lyric wrong, but you get what I mean. There's a lot of fun sounds that are very creative. I like that it stayed fairly consistent, and the echo of the vocals like that are kind of in the back were really nice and haunting in a fun way, and added to the production, complementing the sound that was already going. It also sounds kind of like it would be on the background music for Run on Cool Math Games when you're a little alien like that. It also felt like a fight scene in a video game, so it very much created a story with the music. Like, you can imagine a lot of things. You can imagine it as a score for things with just the production aside. Ski is really good at having a great tone and also playing with the beat, complementing the beat with his verses, so it sounds like it's part of the music instead of him just rapping on top of the music, if that makes sense. For a vibe, initially I put It's Alright, fun to have a nice head bob or two-step to, but I didn't see myself listening to it too much. Since I've done all the ratings, I have played all the songs multiple times, developed a better understanding of them, or just a better connection to them, so most things have gone up.
Can't go back on my word, but I was served when I was hurt. Ain't gon' sell my soul. Bitch, nigga, catch a stick, nigga, wipe it, you know. Main protagonist, I'm in it, bitch, like Aaron Yeager, I done fell in love, out of love.
That was Monsters Inc. Initially I put the lyrics as a 7 because I didn't really fuck with Future's verse that much. It felt simple, but it was fun. But I think it's also because I don't really listen to Future, so I'm not familiar with his style of rapping. I do know some Future songs because who doesn't? He's huge and I enjoy them. I love his little toxic ass. I'm listening to it as like noise music, like I'm not listening to the lyrics as much. For production, I put an 8.9. I thought it was really good, but I didn't like it as much as Dragon Tooth. I feel like that started really strong, and this one was also kind of giving video game music, and when I say that I mean it in a positive way. This was closer to like a loading or transition screen or free roam play. I did like how the music gaps complemented Ski's verse.
Set in stone like some hieroglyphics. It's on the floor like a damn picnic. Biggest ski if we talking legacy. And the way that they think that they on my level, bacteria, they make me sick. So first and foremost, bitch.
I felt like the lyrics were part of the production, while Future felt like the production was just backing his verse. And this, for the vibe, I put it as a 6.2. Even by the second chorus when I was listening to it, I liked the chorus, but I hadn't at first. Predicted that after a couple more listens, I would enjoy and appreciate Future's verse more, and that is exactly what happened.
Yeah. Make it scorch, make it melt. I'll be moving it stealth, cause I don't need no else. Travelaholic, goddamn, where'd you find it? Know some niggas with the drink, like Adonis.
That was By Myself. I rated the lyrics a 10, and lyrics from Ski are almost always on 10. I have noted here that it'll be a shock if I deduct on lyrics because of Ski. For production, I put 10 again, because I like that there seem to be more experimental sounds. You get more horror movie elements. The echo and repeat and reverb, I think is the name of it. I'm not super educated on music and the parts of music, so when I even talk about music or react to things, like, I'm really just talking out of my ass. So there's really general and basic foundational music knowledge, and that's what I have, and maybe even a little less. But yeah, the
cards that I dealt myself.
Those sounds were really interesting, and they felt bone chilling in a good way. And pairing that with the drums, you got me. The change of the flows help enhance the beats, making it show the versatility of not just Ski himself, but also of the beat and the production itself. It felt like there was 2 or 3 songs in one without a beat switch, in still a cohesive and steady way. For vibe, I put it as a 9. It hooked me with the beat immediately, and I think seeing a live performance of the song would be a 10 out of 10.
Like a magician, got tricks up the sleeve. Running the game so long, fucked up the knees. Manifest, I do the best, and risk it, then repeat. Like bread, I'm on a roll, smart, I'm on a roll. Focus, you talk about, okay, let's get it. I've been committed, I can admit it. Fuck up the digits, get fuck up the digits.
So this was Earwax. Again, lyrics a 10. For production, also, I feel like obviously a 10. There was so much that was happening, and it still felt cohesive. I really like the beeping that comes and goes. That was a really nice accent. It didn't pull too far away from the rest of the song. The heavy bass drum you could feel in your chest.
Mortal Kombat, how I fuck up the mic. Niggas dizzy if they thought we was tight. Niggas Dracula, they know the bite.
I also listened to the album with earbuds, I'm pretty sure, when I first listened to it, which, smart, genius. Well, headphones is better, but I don't have headphones. I also really loved the soft muted vocals. The muffled feeling of it really carried the beat, and the way it plays with switching and combining the vocal backing and the beeps. It was just really nice altogether. For a vibe, I give it a 9.2. I just fucked with it. I just really liked it. It just is the vibe.
And if I have a loop, that's why they out here recruit. And I am an animal whenever it comes to loot. And I am a cannibal whenever it comes to you. And I just be geek. I'm a phone. Like a disease, I am bad to the bone. Strapped like that Elsa song, let it go.
That was Full Moon. Lyrics a 10. Production a 10. This also had what felt like more horror aspects, and the ad-libs really switching from ear to ear from different distances pulls you in with the lure and suspicion. You obviously don't get it when you're playing it stereo and out loud, but in your earbuds, like having the like really brings in like an eerie feeling, which I love. The vibe, 10. Definitely a song for me. This was my favorite as of so far. Like, from what I was listening to, this was the one that grabbed me the most. I like that it feels creepy in the best way. The lyrics and the production alike. It's giving, nigga, I'm coming for you and I'm not losing. The song felt like a not even a threat, felt like a promise. And we love that.
Open it up. Open it up. Put a hole through a nigga cheese it. Stepping on shit as I see fit. Till I show them I'm not with her bitches. Let me shush because these niggas sit.
This was part the C. Lyrics, 10.
Put a hole through a nigga cheese it.
Put a hole through a nigga cheese it, he said. That's all you need to know. Production, 10. The bass. This was a car song through and through, playing this in the car, music loud, at any point in the car ride. And it also had more of the horror elements, like the...
Open it up. Open it up. Open it up. Open it up.
We love that. Love that. The vibe, it was an 8.9. I fucked with it for sure, but something in my brain was telling me I was missing something, even though I'm not sure what. I'm still not sure what, and I still have that feeling a little bit. I don't know what more could be added. I just know that I wish it was there.
Oh my god, yo. Oh my god, yo. Oh, yo. What's going on? You the best friend that I ever had.
That was Ja's interlude for Jaz, aka XXXTentacion, an artist who passed. So this was like his interlude, like a ode to him, a dedication to him. It's nice that Ski included it on his album. It's like a well-known fact that they were close friends. Realistically, the lyrics, they're like a 6. It's just like a random freestyle. It's very average, but because of the emotional reaction, and it's also an incomplete song or an incomplete verse, but the emotional reaction wants to pull me to a 9 as like a fan of X and also a fan of their friendship and understanding, just an empathetic human being, thinking about the fact that this was a close friend that he's lost, especially like the repeating of the line, "You're the best friend that I ever had." So we'll just leave it as a cool 7. The production, I put as a 10. I didn't know whether to put it as like a 0 or 10 or N/A, but I didn't think that should take points off just because there wasn't like a hard beat or music. But I also really liked the fact that you could hear like tape rewind sounds, or that's what I interpreted them as. I don't know. It could have just been like there had initially been music and they cut the backtrack out of it, and it just created an interesting effect on the music. But regardless, I thought it was a good choice for the rawness, to show that he was just having fun and freestyling, to show that it's not too serious, so that people aren't super critical of like what came of it, but also to show that it's just like his voice, just him saying it. For vibe, it's a 2. Honestly, like obviously I'm not bumping this shit. I won't say obviously, but I may let it play on occasion for the sentiment, so I didn't put it as a 0 or a 1. And I have let it played listening to the album, especially if I play it all the way through, but when I'm shuffling, I'm more apt to skip.
I need saving like Lois Lane, what's her name? It's all been done, so what's to say? Niggas can't have heaven or hell, choose your way.
So that was WDYM, What Do You Mean? The lyrics were a 10. Lyrics are always best when you can tell that niggas are being real. The production was a 10. It was giving a good blend of, I want to say, 90s R&B and hip-hop, like Lauryn Hill, and I don't know exactly. When I was showing some of the songs to my brother, because I talked to him a lot about music just because he's so knowledgeable about music and the history of music, specifically when it comes to hip-hop, rap, and R&B. And when I was talking to him about it, I was trying to give the examples, and he was like, oh, like neo-soul, and I was like, yes, I think that's the vibe I was getting from this. I liked the really gentle vocals. I liked how gentle they were. Love that he sang. It felt so soft and floating. The vibe, I explained it. I gave it a 9. I said it feels like floating in a pool, having an existential crisis, crying out in pain while being grateful that you can still feel it. And because of the feeling this gave, this like bittersweet, melancholic feeling, it was a perfect transition after Ja's interlude.
I said I'm feeling like Nutella cause I'm smooth. I said I'm feeling like I'm still got the groove. I be on some shit, soul ascension. Yabba dabba do. I had to pull up to Thailand to get the bot. I'm in a tuk-tuk, had to make a stop again.
So that was tuk-tuk. For those who didn't know, those are little cars in Thailand that you're into, like drive around and stuff. What did he say? I had to pull up to Thailand to get the baht, which is the currency of Thailand. Anyways, lyrics are a 10. Production are a 10. Because I felt like the song itself sounds like a busy city street in the perspective of a tuk-tuk, like the honk, like I don't know. Didn't put any notes on like why I felt like that, but I feel like if you can visualize the sounds, like if the street was music, like I feel like you get it. I put the vibe as an 8. It's a very fun and just like vibey song. Definitely one you learn the lyrics to fully enjoy it. Still haven't gotten that far yet.
Bitch, hey! May I fight for my honor, your honor? Some I did. Bitch, I'm woke. You control. I come get her butt. Whoa. Send you up to heaven. Please say hi to God. I'm a mutant, not a human. What's your kind, bitch?
That was Wake Up! Wake Up! God, just a little Omega. As a quick little disclaimer, this isn't my initial reaction. I had heard the song already. I had watched Screwface John, the YouTuber, react to this, which is how I learned that Ski had even dropped a new project at all. Lyrics were 10. Loved Juice's callback to Nuketown.
Bitch, I'm cutthroats, fucking on a dumb hoe.
And it's fun and creative. The production, 10. There are really nice gaps and random, really interesting sounds that really complemented the raps and the music. It feels like the rap was made first and then the music, the way it seems like the music works around them so nicely. For the vibe, 10. I love the goofiness, and as Screw pointed out, you can feel the chemistry and it ups the energy of the song for sure.
Niggas love cases. Tell up on they neighbors. I'm a boss out of Elden Ring. Perfect. They defeat like the damn Ling King. Let a nigga try me, I hurt him. Burdens, urgent. So I keep the grass cut, no serpents. Yo,
that was Hulk. Lyrics a 10 again. Production, also a 10. Full of bass, full of energy. Definitely another car song. Cars always make music better, and this feels like it was perfectly fit for that. But the vibe is a 9. Really good energy, though there were some moments where like the cadence choices bothered me in the chorus, and then I started listening to it all together again as noise and not separating them, the lyrics or the rap itself and the music, and they started fitting together a lot better for me.
I don't give a fuck about you, fuck you and your man. Wanna see me? Nigga, so tell me what the story is. Yo, what the blood and the glory is. Head rush, titties on the chop.
That was Head Rush. Lyrics 10 again. Shocker. Production 10 again. I really like the seemingly like rock metal alternative influence, with the intense guitar and bass being the main aspect of the beat. Eight for vibe. I fucked with this heavy, but again, I had some disagreements with the certain moments regarding the cadence. And also, again, I got over that.
Alright, Simba, cause I'm the chosen one. With this ice on me, I'm the frozen one. Call up Scooby-Doo, cause I'm a monster. Go and find him. Diamond takes me, told my dentist. Talk balls and I got a life sentence.
That was Frozen 1. Lyrics 10. Production 10. The song itself sounds like it's performing. It's singing and dancing itself. Love his flows in this. It was a quick song. Wish it was longer. That's my only like critique, is I just wanted more of it. But it was good. It ended at a good note.
Oh, okay. Speeding while I'm ballin', speed baller, speed demon. I've been going dummy, butt head, beavers. Better back in this world. I'm sick, I might hurl. Like the haystack, I'm the needle.
So that was Kill Streak. This I put as a 9.2 because I wasn't as impressed with some lines. Do I remember what those lines were? No. Should I have noted them then? Of course. But that's what I said. For production, I put a 10. Again, the space video game vibe, but more segmented.
Yo, hey.
As if different parts of the beat from a game was used at different times in different ways. Also giving water trickling in a video game down a gutter. I like the fade-ins and fade-outs of different parts of the songs as well. For vibe, I put a 7. I feel like this may grow on me, which it has. Specifically because some lines stick out as zingers that would be fun to say, but usually because when things stick out so drastically as zingers, at least with other artists, not so much with Ski, but that tends to be like the only line that you can focus on lyrically, because it's like, oh, that's a fun line, but because Ski is so intentional with like how he says things, the way he says things, and the tone, and how it's just because it's like actually a fun thing to say and not necessarily because of the lyric itself alone.
I want them to like me, I take life out. White breed. Hello. Put your hands in the air to send a toast. Get off your head, but the lip you have been still I get hollow pine to my chest. Gunshot. Hello.
That was from Yard. Lyrics 9. Not that the chorus is lyrically bad, but I think it could have been better. The verses were wicked good, so I feel like the chorus was subpar in comparison to them, but not majorly to like really bring down the lyric. For production, I put an 8.9, which retrospectively I'm so fucking confused. I feel like I might have missed some of the really interesting sounds in Ticking and Come On. I feel like it definitely should have been higher initially. Maybe I was distracted by something, or like wasn't fully able to be present with this song, because there's a lot of like my favorite little sounds. The complexity of the production is something that I typically would appreciate, so I don't know why I only gave it an 8.9. Oh, I said feel like the verses and beats could have complemented each other better, but I can understand that initially, but in hindsight, like stylistic, the type of song it was, I feel like that's not necessary. I put the vibe as an 8. Ski's accent threw me off at first, but then I heard the feature, and then I would need to listen again with the context. So maybe it was just like him using the accent off the rip. But Ski is Jamaican, like it's not an unexpected thing, and he has done it before. It just threw me off.
Okay, like fuck up on my face. It's the anthem. I be trying to chill, but sometimes violence be the answer. Okay, let's get shit straight. 50K for the damn suitcase. Eat gabba, go on with dates. Please give me space. I be here me long. They say I got taste.
This is my favorite song on the album, period. Lyrics 10 again, production 10, off rip, the beat attacks you, and it sent me into heart palpitations as my heart tried to follow the beat of the song. I love the cowbell.
Bitch.
I love the crow. Basic sounds, simple sounds so that you focus on the lyrics, but the sounds are clear and vacant, that they don't just fade in the background. Got chills when the ghostly can't. Yes, 10 out of 10 vibes. Obviously, this is my favorite song on the album. I put Thus Far as my favorite song of the album, period, even retrospectively. Some other songs are like creeping up and I'm like, oh, these are like second and third, da-da-da. But like, this is my favorite. Oh, this is Him Jong-un. I never even said the name, did I? So good.
Open my images, who that man up in that mirror is like very cerebral. I bleed just like you bleed. We all par with the peas, just like peas in the palm.
That was Let It Breathe. Lyrics 10, production 10. Slowing shit down a bit more and bring it back again, just like with WDYM. Play of the echoes and the layering is very cerebral indeed. Another like of the neo soul, very much like a floating song, and it feels like you're like in your head, like you're a brain floating in goo. Anyways, for vibe 9, this also felt like a car song in the sense of the Perks of a Wallflower Tunnel song, Late Night Drive. We really are alive in this moment, man. Let it breathe. This is the moment.
Alien, I'm predator trying to find your origin. You acting like the dog, you done got some courage in you. Ha ha. It's a bug life, these niggas moving Nancy.
That was Mandalorian. Lyrics 10, production 9. It wasn't as experimental and as complex, I don't know, as some of the other sounds, but it still fit the video game aesthetic of the album nicely. It just didn't feel as like noisy, if that makes sense. I don't know. 9 for vibe, just a fun jumpy song, and too quick again.
Don't this shit make a nigga wanna short circuit and blacking the blocks out. Rockin' focus up on the Naruto Fox out. Jump. Now you sound a little delusional comparing me to anyone else, cause I am not the usual. Don't this shit make my people wanna jump.
That was Jump. Lyrics 10 again, production 10. The beeps that bring in the video game. The howls bring in the horror and eerie aspect.
They say that they outside, but they look outside. And I ain't talking about slippers, but got the Crocs out.
All combined with a sample that is playing homage. I don't know the correct way to pronounce it because I've heard both, and I'm pretty sure those are the same word, right? To a classic. Vibe was a 9. A club song, for real. Just, you could definitely, don't the shit make a nigga wanna jump. Definitely dancey, definitely fun. Next one. Let's restart.
What's it to, yo? We gon' be like Pablo Escobar, hanging out the window, let it bang.
That was Shibuya. Put the lyrics as 8. I was not that impressed with them. Not as much as I usually am. I thought it was still good, but the lyrics don't take focus over production. They seem to just be part of the song. Again, in just like a noise sense. Production, I give it 10. Something just about this beat was giving Juice World, and it's also definitely like sound or like noise music. I love it. Like, so much was going on. Those are my favorite types. That's why I listen to like NCT unironically and Stray Kids and ATs. Like, I like the noise music. The vibe was a 10. It is literally just vibes, honestly. Would love to hear this at a stadium with a crowd screaming, having this be a live performance. The energy, I feel like, could be really high, really hype, and really just great. Like, this is such a good concert song, good performance song. It's also just a good song, like, if you and your friends know the lyrics to just sing another car song. If you yourself know it, like, in the shower, like, it fits so many great scenarios where people want to listen to music and enjoy themselves. It could even be a tunnel song, not in the same way as the typical song, but like, it still has it like, I'm real, I'm alive. This is great. This is an amazing feeling. That was Go, which is also the last song on the album. For the lyrics, I ranked them an 8. I felt like they were just like basic, you'll get through it, keep pushing lyrics, and like the majority of the song was just go, 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 go. I put the production also as an 8. It felt like the end scene of like a children's movie or like some type of adventure movie. Characters are flying through the air. It's not always about the destination but the journey, as beat, or like maybe the treasure was the friends we made along the way type shit. Like, I don't know. I still liked it. It was fun, but that was all I could think of. Not to say that children's movies, children's shows can't be good movies, amazing movies, and great plots and like works of artistry, but it just was like cliche in that way. I don't know. I feel like maybe I was too harsh because I was judging because of what it reminded me of, when realistically the production is more deserving of an 8 now that I'm thinking currently. I put the vibe as a 6. I don't know if the song really fits this album. I wonder why he chose it, especially to finish off the album. It's a chill song, and I put it on a relaxation playlist. And that was my initial thoughts, but the more I think about it, like, I feel like it does close off this album really well. It does feel like really comforting, really nice, and it does feel like saying like a kind of goodbye. Not a like goodbye like anything harsh, but it does like seem like a nice closure, a nice end, like at the end to a book about people's lives. Like, obviously their lives are going to continue, but the book is shut. It was still really nice. I enjoyed it, and I appreciate it more as the closing song the more I listen to it. I calculated a rating for the whole album, and what I do is I just find the average for all the lyrics, find an average for all the production, find an average for all the vibe, and then average that all together to give the album a total rating. For lyrics, it was 9.438, production was 9.705, vibe was 8.252, so the album got a 9.132 rating. Amazing. I really did enjoy it. I loved all the songs individually. I feel like it was an interesting work together, like finding the themes. I feel like that weighed more in the production itself and how the songs sounded, as opposed to what each song said. Even though it did have such different vibes for each song, still finding similarities that help bring the piece together for it to still feel like a cohesive piece, because I feel like that doesn't happen so much anymore when people drop big bodies of work. It's more just to get all their music in one place. I really enjoy, now that I've been trying to listen to albums more, when an album tells a story. And I don't know if this album tells a story, but it is a single continuous work that you can see. Yeah, I feel like there are other things that could have flowed better, like transitioning from one song to another or one story to another, but I never really thought about like what order I would have put the album in. And I also don't know what songs originally were on it, what weren't, what changed, what wasn't, because there's 21 songs on this album. Like, it's really big, it's really long, and still being able to keep like a cohesive sound without it getting boring. And I think that's something that should be applauded. I am extremely biased because I just love Ski and his work in general, but I hope you enjoyed it. Maybe you'll look more into the album. Maybe you found the little pieces that I played have lured you in to look into a couple of the songs individually if you don't want to listen to the whole work. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. If you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't like it, dislike the video. If you have something to say, comment down below. You are free to do all the things that you want. You also don't have to interact with the video at all. You owe me nothing just as much as I owe you nothing, so do with that what you will. I hope things are going well for you. I hope you're finding joy in the little things that you do, and maybe music is part of that. Hope it helps you find joy or helps you to feel whatever it is that you need to be feeling at the moment.